Welcome to another edition of the Dementia Care Partner Talk Show. Now, here's dementia care expert Teepa and your host, Greg Phelps.
Hello and welcome to the Dementia Care Partners podcast. I'm your host, Greg Phelps, and joining me once again is Teepa Sundowning. Well, the sun goes down every dang night, doesn't it, Teepa? What are people talking about sundowning? What is that?
Okay. It's when people's brains are more impaired than they were earlier in the day, typically in some of the high fuel consumption areas, which means the ability to know where I am, when I am, the situation I'm in, and maybe even who are the people around me and what should I do about it. It also impacts my language area, my thinking brain parts, and my sense of being threatened or not having my needs met. So sundowning is the phenomena, and it usually does happen as the day wears on, where my capacity to participate in life is not what it was earlier. And so people comment on that. So I want to go home. I need to talk to my husband who's passed away. I don't belong here. This is not where I need to be. I've got to get to work. There are children that, and often for people who are in the middle of their dementia over time, we find that they're talking about past life, past responsibilities, past roles, past places. But for people who are further on, it means that I no longer can do the skilled things I could earlier. Whereas before I was able to wash dishes and fold towels, now I'm roaming about and I can't seem to settle. And I'm opening and closing things and I'm pulling things out. And it seems as though I'm destructive and I don't talk and I can't do those things because nothing seems right to me. So it's a case where something isn't right for me anymore. It was earlier on, but it's not now. And I need someone to recognize we need to change place, we need to change people, we need to change the props or the objects around, we need to change the programming, what's going on around me. And we need to make sure I feel like I've got some purpose that makes sense to me. Otherwise, this is going to escalate because I'm not getting what I need.
All that on top of, I believe you talked about this years ago, 5 basic human needs, which were what? Intake, energy use, output, comfort, pain management. You've probably added to that list in the meantime.
Yeah. I mean, and so what's happening is as the time goes by, my needs, I'm just not getting my needs met. I'm not getting my needs met. And when that happens, that's why we often hear, have you seen my mother? I want to go home. I have to talk to my husband. I got to get out of here. Because what the person is trying to express, either physically or verbally, is that my needs aren't being met. I can't keep doing this if my needs aren't being met. And in our effort to be helpful, we say, well, you are home. This is where you stay. That's not helpful because my brain can't take that in. So the people who have to change are us. The problem is our brain isn't working as well about them either.
So
Honestly.
because I can't articulate to you that I'm hungry, that I need to go to the washroom, these shoes you gave me, the slippers are too tight. I can't say that. So it's going to come out somehow else.
Or I'm tired of you. I mean, you've been bossy to me all day long, and now I just don't want to be with you. I mean, and so it could be a physiological need, it could be an emotional need, or it could be like, there's nothing to do here. I'm always really busy at this time of day. So you know what? It's time for me to leave because I've got to stop by the store. And so my brain starts creating things for me to do that are based on often my past. So we see it usually around times when people did transitions, because that idea of transitioning as a human being from space to space, from activity to activity, from person to person, but I can't recover like we used to. So when we leave work, we sort of go, that's done. And then we pick it back up and we go, and now I'm home, and now I've got this to do. But that means you let go of that and you pick something else up. But in dementia, that idea of initiating and doing it well and then finishing and then move on to something else. That's not as easy as it used to be. And I'm sort of stuck. And I need somebody to recognize I'm stuck. I need help. But if you just say, what do you need? As you said, heck, I don't know. It's inside me. If I knew that, I'd do it. I'm telling you, I got to get home. And it's like,
So I'm going to throw another word in here, or two words, time travelers.
mm.
Does this flare up during sundowning? And what is time traveler?
Yeah, so this is the hippocampal area, that learning and memory center, which we've talked about a lot, and people focus on the memory part. I don't remember. Well, the problem is I do remember. I remember older things, longer ago things, but what I can't do is put it on a timeline anymore, because the passage of time is the thing I have the hard time with. So it's sort of like, if you imagine somebody snipping up little pieces of paper where they used to all be in a nice straight line, and now they're just little snipped up bits of paper, and you throw them all up in the air, and I catch one, and I look at that bit of paper and it says, go pick up the kids. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to go pick up the kids. Well, that was 55 years ago when I had kids in day center, and I had to get there by 5 o'clock or they would charge me $10 for 5 minutes. And that was a lot of money. So you had to get there by 5. So there's this timeline. So I don't have much time and I've got to get going. So if you told me that I don't have kids that are small, or I don't need to do that, how do you think that would go, Greg, given that I don't hold on to new, but I do hang on to that? And I think that's where I'm at.
Well, I think telling you that you don't have children or grandchildren would probably be a bit of a losing battle.
That's ridiculous. Of course I have kids. I have 2, and they're at the day center. It's pipe, preschool. I don't remember, but it's pipe child care center. I volunteer there, but I need to open that damn door. And so that's where you'll start to see me getting very distressed with you.
So how do we de-escalate these types of things? Because that would be the important skill to have, recognizing and then maybe de-escalating.
Yeah, so we've got to be willing to change things. And those 5 things that I talk about are important things to be able to change. So I've got to be able to say to you first, oh, so you're needing to go pick up the kids. Now, at school or something else? No, in daycare. Oh, in daycare. Okay. Now, one of them or more? No, both Abby and Manda are there. So what I'm telling you with that information is my awareness of time. So what do you know? I'm time traveling. So you go, oh, you got to go get him. Now, and this isn't the first time it's come up in most cases. Now, is there a fee they charge you if you're late? Yes, $10 per 5 minutes. And I'll know that detail. If I told it to you and it's happening, yeah, so they're going to charge. You know what? I'm wondering if we should check and see if maybe someone else has already gotten them, like Dick, your husband. Oh, well, I thought I was getting them today. Well, shall we check before you get really distressed? Because it could be that he already picked them up. Oh, well, yeah, but we just can't know, but you've got to somebody has to get there. Yeah, I hear you. So tell you what, while we're getting that, so this whole thing is a process and people want it to be a quick fix.
So what happens when I say to Teepa, look, I'm busy right now. I'm trying to get the meals together for people. I'll get back.
That's fine. I don't care what you're doing. Open the door. I need to get going. I'll drive myself.
So do we create some of our own problems in care sometimes?
Because if I think I have young kids at a day center, do you think I can drive? Yes.
Mama bear. Yep.
I mean, car. This is ridiculous. Where are the keys? So what you've done is you've interrupted, but you said you were busy. It's like, well, that's fine. I don't need you in the first place. So this whole idea that you're having a hard time being aware of my reality in that moment, because my reality and your reality aren't on the same page right now. And if you think you're going to convince me I'm wrong, I beg to differ.
Can I learn more about sundowning by itself, or is it part of a whole program that you have?
We have some specific resources on sundowning because it's such a real issue that people face, because people tire out as the day wears on. And frankly, we all want to try to fix it quick rather than understand what we need to master or become skillful at to try to have a set of strategies we can use. So if one thing doesn't work, you know some other things. We also do have courses and classes in recognizing somebody's ability state. Our champion courses are great at helping people recognize, oh, this isn't what she was doing this morning, so that you can change what you're doing based on what she's doing, he's doing, rather than trying to make them like they were, because you can't.
Now, a friend of mine used to state a phrase. I don't think he made it up, although he was quite a smart man. When the only tool you have is a hammer, everything
Mm,
begins to look like a nail. So
yeah.
you're saying we should have more than one skill.
I'm afraid so, because not everybody's the same, and not every story is the same, and not every need is the same. I mean, there were 5 of them, just big category wise. And we know there are different things that could be helpful to somebody. Some people want to go someplace, some people want to meet some people, some people need something to do. So I think we need to be flexible. Oh, and that means we need to be knowledgeable.
Teepa, thank you very much. And if people want more information,
teepasnow.com and info@teepasnow and the 800 number, or any of those, I guess.
thank you very much, Teepa.
Thanks, Greg.
You've been listening to the Dementia Care Partners podcast. For more information on any of our topics, products, or services, visit teepasnow.com.
Hi, I'm Teepa Snow, and you just found our YouTube channel and watched one of our videos. I'm the owner and founder of Positive Approach to Care. Thanks for watching, and if you liked, if you have a comment about, or you would, please share it with people you know. Oh, and if you haven't yet done it, consider subscribing. We'll let you know when the next new video comes out, and you might want to visit our website, www.teepasnow.com, where you'll find other resources as well. See you there.